Okay guys, so in this video, I want to go over Apex Prop Firm. I really like this firm, and at first, I have to admit, I did not like it because I did not understand the rules. And after understanding the rules a lot better, and trading this prop firm, I wanted to not just educate my students, so this is for you guys, but also, anyone that's using the Apex. All I ask is that if you are not a part of Apex yet, is to use my affiliate link below. So, what is futures and what is Apex? Well, Apex is a futures prop firm, and how the futures prop firm work is that you can pay monthly with my coupon code. Once you use my link below, usually you'll be paying between 15 to a little bit over $100 a month, depending on what size you get. They always do different discounts, but that's going to be usually the standard depending on what size. And I'll show you the different prices later on in this video. But before we do, I wanted to make sure that you understood everything there is about Apex. So these are the different things we're going to go over. I'm going to talk about the different size accounts first. After that, we're going to talk about the price. Then we're going to teach you how to log in to TradingView, because I know a lot of people like TradingView. I'm going to show you how to log into TradingView. Then I'm going to show you how to log into TradeOvate. And then I'm going to teach you how to understand the trailing drawdown during your challenge phase. Then I'm going to teach you how to understand the trailing drawdown during your funded stage. So they work a little bit differently. So we're going to talk about both of those. Then we're going to talk about understanding the benefits of a small account versus a big account. Then we're going to go over understanding how to group all your accounts together, because you can have up to 20 accounts. Then we're going to go over the potential profits that you can make depending on how you go about getting the small accounts or the big accounts. And then I'm going to just give you some tips on how you can actually trade your Apex account. So I feel like this is going to cover everything that you need to know. I think the biggest thing that a lot of people get confused on is the trailing drawdown. So I'm going to make it super, super simple for you guys. More simple than what I've been able to find, because people either make it overly long or overly complicated. And I'm going to just teach you how to be able to track it yourself without any wondering how to track it. So this is a lifesaver for me. So hopefully it can save you also. So I'm going to try to get through this, guys, but I'm going to do this based off the assumption that most of you guys have no idea what Apex is. So just give me a few. If you came in for the trailing drawdown, I'm going to get to that point. But I want to answer a couple of questions about what is Apex prices and their packages. Now, again, if you use my affiliate link, please make sure that even if you don't pay to join today with Apex, that you click the sign up button here and create an account. That way, anytime you do, I will still get the affiliate commission for you taking advantage of any of the accounts, and I definitely appreciate it. Now, that being said, as you can see, this is a coupon code you can get when you want to start these different accounts. I do not trade the Rhythmic plan. I trade the TradeOvate plan. And so you only pay 20% of what the cost is based off using my coupon code. So they have different accounts. They have accounts as small as 25,000 and as large as 250,000. If you I suggest the 25,000 or the $50,000 accounts. Those are the best ones to go with because they are super cheap, and you get a better risk to reward for when you're trying to pass the actual funded stage or the challenge stage. So I'll give you a great example. Now, let's say that let's do a 147 really quickly. How much would that cost us? So 147, we only paying 20% of that. Will only cost us $29 a month. So we got to keep paying $29 a month until we get $1,500 on that account. And what's cool about Apex is that let's say that you failed this challenge. And the way you can fail this challenge is if you hit your $1,500 trailing threshold. Now, this gets tricky for people. I know most people might be here for this video for the trailing threshold. I'm going to go over what that means. But let's say, for example purposes, after you understand what the trailing threshold is that you hit it, you can actually just pay to reset it. And they have different, so you can reset it two different ways. One way is every month that you pay $29, you can reset it back to the $25,000 account. Or they do promos where when you join and you take advantage of, taking advantage of joining Apex, this doesn't happen all the time, but you can just pay $35 anytime you want, and it'll just reset for you. So let's say you failed it in a week, you can pay $35 and it'll reset it, and you still have to pay $29 a month, but you can also reset it again just in case you mess it up in 3 weeks. paying the $29 a month. So that being said, let's say that you notice you start for 25,000. If you only have to go for $1,500, and you start off with a $1,500 drawdown. So you can lose up to $1,500 without not counting the trail, which we'll go over in a minute. But your target is $1,500. But let's say, for example, on the $50,000 account, you can lose up to $2,500, but your target is $3,000. So it's not a 1-to-1. It's almost a 1-to-1, like a 1 to 1.2. But if you go to the bigger accounts, like the $250,000 account, you have to go for $15,000, but you can only lose $6,500. So that's like a 2.3 risk to reward. So you get way less. It's way easier to just pass the smaller accounts. Most people just load up on the $50,000 accounts, to be honest. But if you don't think but if you want to be a little cheaper, then you can do the $25,000 accounts. Now, another good thing is another strategy a lot of people use is they load up on these small accounts. You can get up to 20 accounts and you can mix them up how you like. But let's assume that you want to get nothing but $50,000 accounts. So we'll do 50,000 times 20. That's $1 million in trading capital. So you can start off with one account or two accounts, whatever your budget is, and you can group them together. And I'll teach you how to do that in a few. And let's say that you pass those two, you get the $3,000 profit. And the next thing you know, you're making money and you purchase two more and you group those with your funded accounts and you keep doing the same thing until you have 20 accounts. Now you can just trade one $50,000 account, go for $250, which is not a lot, right? But if you have 20 accounts, all making $250, you're making, oops, that was terrible math, right? 250 times 20, you're making $5,000 a day. Let's say you trade 3 days a week. That's $15,000 a week times 4. That's $60,000 a month. Now, obviously, you can do $250,000 accounts, but it's going to be a lot harder to pass all of those. So if you want, you can mix it up. Maybe you want to do 10, $50,000 accounts. Then once you got good money coming in, you don't mind paying the extra money and taking your time on a $250,000 account. But, it's all about how you want to do it. So now I'm going to show you what the back office looks like and how to log into Tradeovate and then how to log into TradingView. And then we're going to go over how does the trailing drawdown work, because I know that's what a lot of people came here for. Okay, so I'm going to use the $250,000 account, Tradeovate account, to give you a good example of how everything works. You find once you log in and you actually purchase an account, if you didn't purchase it on the website, you can actually just go here and you can purchase the accounts. Make sure you do the full size accounts, not the static accounts. Those give you much less drawdown. And you get your username and password here, and this is the same thing for all your accounts if you get multiple accounts, so no worries. Now, how you trade? You're going to go the log into Tradeovate. Let me go back to the actual account. You're going to go to trader.tradeovate.com, and it's going to ask you to click simulate it, and then you just hit the simulated button, and it's going to put you into this section. And then if you got multiple accounts, from this drop down, you can see all your different accounts. I only got one account with Apex at the moment. Now, you're logged in. The next thing you want to do is you're going to go to applications and settings, and you're going to want to go to add-ons, and you're going to want to turn on TradingView and activate it. And then you're also want to go to group trade and hit activate. Once you do that, you can now, whenever you get multiple accounts, you can have them each account follow each other, and I'll show you how to do that. And then for TradingView, you can activate that also. So once you do that, you go to TradingView, then you go to Trading Panel, and you look for Tradeovate. I'm already logged in, so I can't do it. But once you're logged in, it's going to ask you for your username and password, and it's going to let you log in. Now, if you don't activate that add-on, it's not going to let you log in. And so just let you see, for example, I took a trade for $3,000 today. Let me see if I can. Well, I got this replay button on right now, so I'll give you an example in a minute. But you can trade directly from here, and I'll show you how that looks in a second. But I want to go over the trailing drawdown rule because I think that's what confuses a lot of people. So I know a lot of people are like, man, about time you got here, right? So how the trailing drawdown works, let's just use the $250,000 account since I'm on that right now. When the only way you can really lose your account is if you hit your $6,500 drawdown. But this drawdown moves as you profit. So let's assume I have a $250,000 account. Oops, let me see. I always have trouble with this text tool for some reason. I blame this thing really. Let me see if I can quit that. All right, cool. Let's see if I can click on it now. All right, back on a second. I'll just try a different one. Let's try this then. Whatever. Cool. So let's say that we have a $250,000 account. Cool, we get it. Our drawdown is $6,500. Okay, we got that part, right? So let's just do the math. If the most we can lose is $6,500 on this account, then simple math is minus 6,500. Cool. So 243,500. So that's 243,000. The most I can lose is 2,403, 5,000. Okay, cool. All right. Now, knowing that, let's say that I wanted to take a sale here. And let's say I got 3 contracts and I hit sell. And let's say that I'm in profit now on this trade, $2,500. Well, I am no longer, my max loss is no longer 243,500. It's 243,500 plus this 2,600 or 2,550. And it doesn't have to close for it to count. It's what your biggest on that trade is. So if you made that much, then you gotta think of it like this. Our biggest was 243,000, and no worries, they actually have a software that can track all this. But I want you to understand how it works before I show you the software. So 2,550. So now my account can no longer get to 2,406. Now my max loss is 2,406,000. I cannot get to that account. This is no longer valid because I've gotten my account up to 2,500. Now, let's say that it keeps rolling. Right now I'm at 3,500. And now, let's say, now we made an extra 1,000. Now we are at 247,000, for example. We have not closed the trade yet, though. So let's say that we close it. Let me see. I'm going to go with one more. Let's say that we closed it at, just to give you an example, let's say we closed it at $1,000. And let's say, just for an example purposes, I'm not going to use that profit we made, but let's say that we got it all the way up to 3,000, for example, at 3,500, and then we closed it here. So let's just hit buy button, close it at $1,000. Cool. Our account is now at $251,000, but our max loss still stays at 247,000 because we got it all the way to 3,500 in that trade. Now, if I do another trade and hit sell, it's not going to keep going up until I exceed the $3,500. So you don't have to worry about making another $500 and it follows. Now, let's say that you don't want to track any of that, you don't want to remember any of that, and that sounds super complicated. That's what I was thinking myself. So the way I did it, I'm going to give you an example, is I'm going to show you I'm going to teach you how to add this first. First of all, you're going to want to go to the plus sign right here, and you're going to go to accounts, and you're going to drag it. I just dragged mine right here. I already had it, so I don't need to do it again. And then right here, you want to go to settings, columns, and you're going to want to find right here, you're going to look for this drawdown net liquid, drawdown auto liquid. Once you add that over, you just drag it on over like this, hit save. So now what happens is it tells me what my max drawdown was, which was 6,300 or something like that. But this tells me where my current drawdown is. So let's do this. Let's do the math. I had started off with $250,000. Remember, my max drawdown was 6,300, but right now it says 46,781 equals, now my max drawdown is 3,200. Why did that happen? Well, remember, I won this trade and I made just today $3,100. And my max drawdown is $3,200. Why? It's because I let it get all the way to $3,200 and it turned around to negative 100. So now I've made $3,100, but my max drawdown now is I can only get to this balance. So it always auto updates. So I'm just gonna just do a small lot size really quickly. Let me just see where I believe the market's going. Let me just do a quick buy real quick. Oh, I'm just do a buy on this. This is a micro in a way. Hit buy. So look at this. It's gonna update you real time on everything that you need to have. And then it's going to let you know, but right now I'm in negative, so none of this matters. But it's going to let you know right here, so you can always know what the most you can get your account to. Now, I always just look at this number as I wait. But that is really just that simple, guys. I don't allow it to get to whatever number I have. So right now my account's at 253,000. I have to make 15,000, and it's going to keep following me until I get to 15,000. So as long as you look at this number, you'll always know what you cannot allow your number to get to. And one of my biggest things I always tell people is don't let the market go like this, up and down. Clear your profits, right? That way you're not going all the way down here, then all the way down here, up here. And now your max drawdown just follows you. And now you got this much of a stop loss or something, or that much to lose. So, but remember, even if you do go all the way down again, this is not going to follow. It's only going to follow once you get past this point that you originally got to, let's say that 3,000 mark, and now it starts to follow again. Then let's say that you close it right here, then you're good. And it's going to keep doing that till you hit your $15,000 mark. So hopefully that was helpful as far as that. Now, what makes this, it's a little different on the funded side. And I kind of like how it is on the funded side, because what happens is that once you get to your original balance, so let's just look at this. Let's look at Apex, $250,000 account. 6,500, right? Once you get to once you make $6,500 in your account on your funded account, this is your funded side. Once you pass, congratulations, you have $250,000. Once you make $6,500 on the account, now your stuff, your max drawdown, this number right here, it's only going to always say forever. It's always only going to say this. This is what it's going to say. It's going to say 2,050, 100. So it never keeps following you after you get to whatever your max drawdown is. So if your max drawdown was 6,500, once you make 6,500, it locks you in at 200,050, 100. So let's say that on this example, I make $20,000 on this account. Oops, I must have did the time sign. So 250,000 plus 20,000. That's 270,000. I can lose now up to 250,100. So I have $19,900 of drawdown. So the benefits of Apex is that once you get past your max drawdown, you pretty much build your own cushion. You don't have to worry about no daily drawdown or anything like that. It no longer follows you after that. And that's, remember, only on the funded accounts. On the challenge accounts, it's going to continue following you till you pass. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the trailing. I'll leave a link below from the company where they go into more detail if you just want to watch one more video. But if you just look at this number, guys, that's all you can know. Just don't let it get to this number. Close your trades early. Don't be holding trades where it's going up and down all day, and you're fine. And remember, on a funded side, you don't have to do it. But what's cool about this is, like, let's say that let's look at the $50,000 account, the one I recommend you start off with, or $25,000 account. I would just do $50,000. We're gonna do $25,000. But let's say that I make $3,000. I gotta go for $3,000, right? If I just go for $500 a day, it's gonna follow me for $500 a day. Every time I get $500, I'm closing. And let's say that we do that, and you go for $500 a day. Just for example, we'll do something smaller, $250 a day. So 3,000 divided by 250 bucks. After like 12 trading days, you built your account up to 3,000, and this is going to keep following you by 250, right? You're not holding your trades too long. You can do it by 500 also. It's totally up to you. You'll pass it in 6 days. It's totally up to you. But once you get that pass and you do the same thing, now you can go and build your cushion up and get multiple accounts, and it can really, take you to the next level. And you don't have to go for example, if we did the same, if you did a $250,000 account, if you had the same risk to reward, let's just do it like that. Let's do the math, right? On a $250,000 account, you have let's say we have 15,000 divided by 6,500. So that's 2.3. So if I did 6,500 times 2.3, it'll give me about $15,000. If we did 2.3 based off the drawdown that they gave us on $50,000 account, our target is 3,000, right? Like 2,500 our drawdown, and we did 2.3. We would have to go for 5,750. So the difficulty level is like you would have to go for $5,750 in comparison to, on a $50,000 account, you really only go for 3,000 because you're only going for, I believe, like let's do 2,500 times 1.2. You're only going for 1.2 times 1.2 of your threshold. On 25,000 account, 1.1, so 1.0. So it's much, much easier. Hopefully that makes sense. That's why you want to do the smaller accounts. I didn't mind doing $250,000 account, but I would definitely recommend most people just do the $50,000 account. So that's the benefits of the small and big account. We went over that. Let me teach you how to do the group stuff. Now, if you go to your TradeAvate account and you go to I don't have it because I only have one account, so I'll probably just do a different video on the group. But it's very simple. If you click here, you're going to see groups, and you can just add your accounts. And I'll do a separate video on that since I don't have it once I go buy another one. Or you can just YouTube it. Just make sure you still use my affiliate link. I would definitely appreciate it. But I'll do a separate video on the group ones a little bit later. Now, but how it works with the group one is once you add the groups, let's say that I was about to do 4 lot sizes. You can tell the group, if I do 4 contracts, I want 2 to go to my first account, 2 to go to my second account. That's how it works. So it's not like 4 goes to one account, 4 goes to another account. If I did 10 and I had 5 accounts, 2 will go to one, 2 will go to one, 2 will go one, 2 will go. Or if I did, I can say, look, I want 5 to go to this account. That's my aggressive account. 1 to go to this account, 1 to go to this account, 1 to go to this account. So these are conservative. So if you want to trade 1 aggressive and 4 conservative, you can do it that way also. So let me see. What else is there? So I already talked about the potential profits. Now, some of my tips on just trading Apex is one, close your profits. Stop trying to trail. Stop trying to hold trades for a super long time. Lock in profits at least as much as you can. Don't let it just turn back around and just keep going back and forth because you put yourself at risk. Always pay attention to this number. Understand your strategy. Now, I do have a trading strategy because I trade Forex also. So I have a trading strategy called Prodigy. And in my VIP plan, where I have a lot of different students who've already passed, they went through my course on the perfect setup. That's why I trade. That's how I trade my prop firm, is the perfect setup. But I also have a cheaper course for those who can't afford my VIP plan, where you can just use the Prodigy. So I'll have a different video on how to do that, but I'll just show you what Prodigy looks like. You can trade it on gold. So if I bring up gold real quickly. Prodigy. It gives you, it's going to give you your stop loss, take profit. So it tells you where your stop loss is, take profit. And with gold, instead it'll be called GC or MGC. So as you see GC, you call the sell here, and like I said, I have training on it, but you call the sell here, and you would have hit TP. You would have got you out right here, or it would have took you out right here. So it's a good way if you want to do good risk rewards. And I have full training on how to use it, but this is a pretty simple system. It's only like $50 a month. But again, I mainly trade structure, but I wanted to make a tool for people who wanted to have an alternative or both. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, just use my affiliate link. If you have any questions, my Discord, just hit me up on Discord via my support ticket, and I'll be looking forward to any questions that you may have.